Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio, your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
Hello and a very warm good evening to the Film and Music Show. My name is Dr. Madalene Chan and I welcome USA Global TV and Radio viewers on our YouTube channel, on LinkedIn, Facebook and Instagram. For today's exciting show, I'm so excited about this film and music show, especially today. So this is the first time I've actually had to share a screen. So it's so special because actually we've got Jive Aces in the building. Woohoo! From the UK. So let me tell you a little bit about Jive Aces. They are globally acclaimed 7 musicians that have been together 30 years, and they have had 3 LPs, 2 EPs, 12 studio albums. They're producing 300 gigs a year. They have been on the Britain's Got Talent and Simon Cowell has actually been in a very, very good mood, which is a real unique. And also they've played for the late Queen Elizabeth, and of course they have performed for our King Charles for the UK. They do lots of festivals around the world. They are constantly busy and they have such good hearts because they're doing so much charity. The Film and Music this week welcomes the Jive Aces, and here we have Ian, who is the lead singer of the Jive Aces. Good evening, Ian.
Good evening. It's lovely to be on here with you. I'm honoured to be the first to be in the screen with you.
This is the first time. It is fantastic. Ian, for our viewers, some of the viewers that don't know of you, I mean, there's a lot of people that know of you, but can you tell our audience, summarise what the Jive Aces are and what they mean?
We are, to summarise, it's jive and swing with a bit of rock and roll. Really, jive, for those who don't know, is sort of like a universe where jazz and swing meets the rhythm of rock and roll. So it's jazzy and swingy, but it's got a good rhythm. You can dance to it, tap your toes. It's full of life, happy, upbeat music. Chronologically, it comes from the time sort of in the late 40s, early 50s, at the end of the big band era and before Bill Haley and the rock and roll Elvis era, somewhere in between there. And it's sort of like the catalyst and the changeover. But we just play happy, good, upbeat jive music, give a show, wear bright suits and have fun, basically.
That's fabulous. Thank you so much, Ian. And also we have in the studio the lovely Alex, who's just in the room too. Just across the corridor? Hallway. Here's the lovely Alex.
In his huge penthouse suite, it looks like.
Yes, and Alex is... What? Oh, my goodness, Alex.
What do I play?
Yeah, Alex. Yes, he plays the trombone.
The fool mostly.
The fool.
Yeah,
okay.
The fool. I play.
Alex, what do you play?
I play the trombone. I play a little bit of blues harmonica. I play the washboard, which is very noisy, and a few other bits and pieces, but mainly the trombone.
What is a washboard for our viewers that don't know?
It's literally a board that you do your washing on, like the old wooden frames with the corrugated metal in the middle that you scrub your laundry on in the olden days before you had washing machines. But it was in like the probably like late 1800s, early 1900s, in America, where where the poor, especially in the South, and coming out of slavery, they would improvise instruments, and that's where they came up with the wash tub bass, and the washboard became, instead of a drum kit, they would put thimbles on or have something, and they would bang the washboard instead of having drums, and it became a musical instrument. So in old blues music and skiffle music, it's very prominent because it's good fun. And yeah, it's just fun. I just picked it up one day and decided to play it. So I don't play it very often, but it's fun.
Thank you, Alex. And the fact that you are 6 male musicians acclaimed, and there's one beautiful female. She is amazing, and she is the accordion player, and she plays, because she's feminine, she's going to be nurturing all of you as well, like the mother type of thing. I don't know. Let's see. Let's bring her on. The lovely Grazia.
Buonasera.
Hi, Grazia. Buonasera.
Hello.
So, Grazia, performing with 6 professional musicians, and you've been together 30 years. How was it for a woman?
Not the simplest, but I was lucky enough. You see, I was born in a family of 3 brothers, and they were all older than me. So obviously, I was always getting teased and everything. So it sort of rolled, from one family to another bigger family.
Well, that's wonderful. And let's just go into so the members of the Jive Aces with your signature yellow suits. So we have Ian Clarkson, who is the lead singer. We have Alex, who's the trombone, and Grazia, accordion player. We have John Fordman, which the guys are watching it on the link right now, and he plays the tenor saxophone. We have the lovely Ken playing the double bass, that big double bass, and Vince Hurley playing piano, doing swing, jazz, jive. So I just want you all to go into, well, the 3 of it, go into a time machine. Ian's going to be in the time machine. How old are you, Ian, when you first met the members of the Jive Aces?
Well, it all started at a very early age. So I met Peter, the drummer, when we were at school in not so far from where we are now, which was over there somewhere in Billericay in Essex. And when we did go to school, we watched old rock and roll films and things like that, which held us in good stead. So we were into the music and everything, and started with Elvis Presley, and then sort of worked our way back again in another time machine through Elvis Presley into blues. I loved blues music and all the music that he was influenced by in Memphis. And we sort of worked with, he was influenced by blues, jazz, and gospel, and we sort of went backwards into all that. And about that time, about when we were like maybe 15, we met Ken, who is the bass player, and John, who is the sax player. They weren't at the time, but they also were on the same, oddly enough, on the same musical journey. And then we met a couple of other people, but they never went to be musicians. But there was about 6 or 7 of us at the time who were into this old music, and it was thought it was a bit strange. And we started dancing at the time. We did jive dancing, swing dancing, and we used to go and dance to bands. And then we decided to start a band, and we used to go and play in the streets. We used to do street entertaining or busking and earn some money, so we could go out. And then we started getting gigs from there, and it just went on from there, really. Yeah. So all those years ago.
God, thank you for sharing that, Ian. And the fact that you've been together 30 years. What can I ask you all, address you all, well, separately, What do you think, Alex, is the glue that keeps you together where many bands split up?
Well, I was trying to think of a funny answer, but I couldn't think of one. So, I mean, love for what we do, having a common purpose, and all loving the music that we play. And I think all loving the fact that the effect that the music has, the effect we see it has on other people. So it's very happy music, very positive music. And when you see an audience really respond to that, whether they are people that know the band or don't know the band, or whether they are familiar with the style of music or not familiar with the style of music, it doesn't really matter. They all end up happier than they were before they came in the show. They might have come in happy and then they'll leave even happier, and they might have come in depressed or miserable or trodden down by the day, and then they'll leave in a much more happier and positive, mentally positive state than when they came in the show. And when you see that day after day, week after week, that really helps you keep going, and because it is hard work being in a band. It's you gotta a lot of travel and a lot of hard work, but when you see the positive effect you have, then it gives you kind of a purpose to carry on and affect people in that positive way. I think that's what I think anyway.
I think that's wonderful, wonderful advice, great wisdom. And Grazia, my question to you, you're the only female, and do you all live together in a house? Because if you do, that's a 30-bedroomed mansion. That's massive. Can you?
Yeah, this house.
Right. Oh, Grazia. Okay, Grazia's just dropped. Okay, so I'm going to give this to Ian.
Where's she going?
Oh no, my teeth are missing.
That's strange.
I'm sorry. That's the beauty of live broadcasts.
Special effects.
That's great. Look at that. It doesn't like the colour of my teeth.
So my question again.
I can't stop it now.
It's a barrel of laughs with you lot. Absolutely. Jive Ace is fun. I forgot the question now.
You started saying as a female.
Oh yes, because Grazia, you're the female.
Yeah.
You all live together in one big house. If that is so, that's a 30. No, not 30. No, it will be a 7-bedroomed or maybe more mansion.
Almost as big as your house.
No. So do you all live together?
We don't. We live close one another. We're not, in the. Should have said, do you remember Snow White? And I should be saying those are the dwarves, and I'm Snow White. I should have said that.
I love that explanation.
All the dwarves, we all sleep in the same bed with sleeping caps on.
Yeah, that would have been a more fun answer.
Oh my goodness. Oh, well, thank you, Grazia, for sharing that. So now, shall we have a look at your website? So Megan is our producer for today. Megan, my lovely, can we bring up the Jive Aces website, please? It's somewhere over the rainbow.
Drum roll. That's why you need a drummer.
Drum roll. Over the rainbow.
Somewhere under the.
I don't know where Megan's gone.
She was having wind troubles earlier.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna here. I'm gonna put it up.
Alex
see if I can do so.
In charge of.
Alex.
Well, the band
From being,
she's adding it
being
now.
a wonderful
Okay,
musician, Alex is our geek.
It's okay. Megan's come back in and she's adding it now. So we're all in for a treat, viewers, because the Jive Aces music just uplifts you. I'm a huge fan of the Jive Aces, and how I met them was through Rocco Buonvino, who is a promoter for them. Oh, here we go.
There we are.
Here is their website.
Oh, look at that.
Fabulous. Oh, isn't it lovely?
Do you know what that is there?
No.
That is a free download and
Wow.
a video of a song that we wrote, especially we wrote and did a quick video the other day, especially for Valentine's Day. And it's a free download, and it's called Buon San Valentino, which is Italian for Happy St. Valentine's. Buon San Valentino. And that's there, and it's a free, you can watch the video,
Yeah.
and there's a free download, so you can send it to your loved one.
It's perfect timing, gentlemen. Or if you haven't bought a gift for your beloved, then give them an original song. Buon San Valentino.
Buon San Valentino. Buon San Valentino.
Oh, having a voice like that serenading you. What more do you want? And the Jive Aces in their yellow suits. Actually, Katia, I wanted to ask a question.
Yes.
When you're in yellow suits, what do you dress in a yellow dress?
I do not, but I select my dresses to be, matching on the color wheel. So I tend to wear red, sorry. So that's a nice combination. But I have I do have a yellow and I think yellow and black dress that I have been using. But lately I've been using red. For the Italian
Oh,
style.
fabulous. We love that. So let's move on a little bit. And I'd like to talk about your performances. Ian, from your experience of the 300 gigs a year, all of you have acclaimed and got through. Can you tell me what was the most exciting but strange?
Exciting but strange. And then what, just this year, last year, well.
Okay, let's say recently, obviously.
Oh, the most exciting but strange. I mean, they're all like, I don't know about any of them are strange really, but I find them all exciting to some degree. I know it sounds very odd, it sounds strange, but because it's the audience really. So when you play in Vegas, which is obviously more, I know, exotic and romantic and warmer when you're outside, but when you're doing the actual show, obviously there's the size of it and everything, but it's fantastic. But then when you come back and we were playing, you're playing at like a theater, it's people still, and then and so you're still playing to an audience, and people are the idea is to cheer them up and make them happy. And so when you cheer them up and make them happy, then that's it. So they're like the favorites. Is the gig is that, but strange or different in certain ways. Let me see. I mean, actually talking of Vegas, one of the things strange for me or unusual was we were playing at a thing last year which was called Viva Las Vegas, which is the biggest rockabilly rock and roll festival in the world, and it's in the Orleans Hotel in Vegas, just off the Strip. And we haven't been there for years, since before the Pando, as we call it, since COVID. A Pando. And we were playing in the big room, in the ballroom, and we looked in and thought, normally we jump out in the audience, or I'll go out in the audience, but it's full of people and they're all, except for people dancing, they're all at the front. And I thought, well, you're not going to see me. So I said to someone, I could sit on somebody's shoulders and come out singing. With us happened to be a guy and a girl who are, as well as being dancers, they're acrobats. And
wow.
So he goes, well, you can stand on my shoulders. And I go, no, I can't. And then they said, yes, you can. I'll show you. And then he got the girl, whose weighs absolutely nothing, and they showed me how to put her on my shoulders so that I could feel how you do it. And then I basically got on his shoulders, stood on his shoulders. And then he came to our sound check in the ballroom, and I practiced getting on his shoulders. Yeah. I had to take my socks off so I could feel his shoulders. I wasn't used to it.
Great.
Yeah. So I go on his shoulders, got the microphone, and then we practiced going up and down in there. And then we did it 2 or 3 times. And then on the night, everybody was there, and we did the last song. And I made a joke about taking my shoes off so everyone could see my socks. Because I had British Union Jack socks, like to show off in an American gig. And then I got on his shoulders and I went out singing backwards and forwards, and everybody went mad. It was all on video. and I got really the bug. I just thought, I want to do, like my age now, I want to do acrobatics and stand on people's shoulders. But it was great. And it was actually, what was nice is it gave me a little buzz of, not nerves, because you just get so used to being on stage. But I was like, you know, am I going to fall and either kill me or someone else? And it was, it was great. And so that was slightly stranger from the normal. And that made it a bit more exciting for me than the normal thing, because it was a bit of an unusual performance. And also the learning it and having her stand on my shoulders and everything, it was like to learn there's a technology for everything.
Yes. And
you know, it was
trust,
to
trust.
Yeah. And when you can do it, you can do it.
That's an amazing gig, amazing preparation as well.
It was great fun.
So it's we're going into 20 minutes now, and we're just going to go for a short break, but we'll be back with the Jive Aces, and we'll be asking Alex a question.
USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents Steve Klein Art at steveklein.art.
My name is Steve Klein, born Manchester, England, 1953. My quest in my lifetime is to create artwork from my soul and the deepness within my wildest dreams and fantasies. In 2012, my heart stopped when I was given too much anesthetic for a minor knee operation, and this near-death experience took me to another multidimensional world, an out-of-body experience, and I was given the gift of being blessed by an overwhelming, burning passion to become, for the very first time in my life, an artist with an eternal, passionate desire to bring my art, which I've named multidimensional, subliminal, freeform art, to the world, as only 3% recover from what I experienced, and now in my golden years want to release my cosmic, vital energy through my art to allow people to be a part of my cosmic dance.
To learn more, email roccogoodwine@gmail.com. For VIP pricing, mention USA Global TV and Radio.
Hello, and we are back in with the studio with the Jive Aces, with Ian, the singer of Jive Aces, Alex, the trombone player, and the lovely Grazios, the accordion player, and the other gentlemen, the other musicians, they're watching as well. So my question to you, Alex, very quickly. So because you play high vibration music and happy swing, have you ever been in a situation where, let's say, you're flying or in different airports and you have delays and everyone around you are just getting so frustrated and you can feel the energy going further down and down? Have you ever, on the spur of the moment, just started to play or sing as a group?
Yeah, we have. Not necessarily for that reason, but we often, like we've done a series of videos recently where we'll just jump out of the car where we find a nice spot. We'll grab the bass and a ukulele and a drum, and we'll film like a mini video, you know, like a 2-minute video, and then put that on TikTok and Instagram and stuff. Or if we see a piano in the street, or if we see a piano in an airport, often you see them, we'll say, hey, Vince, go and do a boogie woogie. And often we don't have the rest of the instruments, but Ian might have his ukulele, so they'll just jam something, and you know, you get a bit of a round of applause. So we've done that quite a lot, not necessarily because the atmosphere is getting tense, but just because the instruments are there and we want to take advantage of the opportunity. So we've done lots of things like that. And when they used to have the street pianos out in London, we once went around for a whole day and just played every street piano we could find. That was quite good fun.
That's amazing. It's good, that spontaneity, just finding places where you want to and that you feel as well.
Yeah, it takes months to plan good spontaneity, I tell you.
My next question to you all, actually, because you're a big band, you've been together, you're doing 300 gigs a year, and you, of course, you have roles as your passion, as your creativity, playing your instruments and writing songs and performing. But who does the marketing? Who does the business side? Because we need all this.
Ooh.
Well, it's. Are you asking Grazia?
Grazia, yes.
All of us. Ask Grazia.
Grazia, yes.
Okay, so basically we work as a team, and we have different tasks, and different people do, you know, other things other than being professional musicians. We are professional administrators. So each one has a task, or more than one task. And so, for example, I take care of the PR, you know, the media, the you know, TV, radio, arranging this type of interviews, and I also take care of you know, the merchandise, etc. And Alex does all the marketing, the promotion, comes up with, you know, promotional videos and things like that. So we all like share. We self-managed band, so we have different tasks and we share all of them, and we have become, you know, sort of specialists in our own unit and, you know, work that we create on every day.
Thank you. Then Grazia, my next question. Do you feel that being a powerhouse, which you are an in-house powerhouse, do you feel that is the key to your success, especially for securing gigs?
I think the key thing is to be able and be willing to communicate your art. No matter what, you can be a musician, you can be a cook. If you have the passion and the willingness to communicate that and embrace other people in your life and make sure you want to share that art with others, I think that's a key element. And as a band, we love to communicate happiness. That's really what we wake up in the morning for. That's our purpose. We want to use our skills to make people feeling happy in a world that is often unkind to you. And but I think that, you know, if you really can communicate and have the ability to communicate, you need to use that to enhance the world. Does that answer the question?
It certainly does, and a beautiful answer at that. Some real nice gems there, weren't they, Ian?
Lovely.
And Alex, absolutely. Sorry. So I would just like to, before we go on the website again, I would like to ask Ian now, what is the future, what is held for the future for the Jive Aces?
Future.
For 2025.
Oh, yeah, it's something that we're working amazingly constantly on, and as you say, it's all it's good vibration music, and it's all good vibrations. That's what the art is, and what we're doing. And so this year, we're really, once again, every year, and especially since we got out after the COVID, the Pando, when we did the live stream, and then we've been on the road. Last year, we released our latest album, which was Keeping the Show on the Road, still available at our record shop. And basically now this year, it's all opening up even more, and everything's going. And we have, like, for instance, next week, we have what we call our Big Jive. And this is it started again after we do it every year. Obviously had to shut down for 2 years, maybe 3. We got it back out again, and it's basically in a place called in Worthing, the Worthing Assembly Halls, and it's got a beautiful, large, sprung dance floor. And we do the Big Jive, and it's from the afternoon all day and finishes at midnight. And we have, including us, 5 bands, 3 DJs who are the specialists in jive, swing, rock and roll, early rhythm and blues. And we all play. We have special guests as well singing with us. And then everybody comes in and dances the whole day. The whole day, like from midday to midnight, they dance. And it's just so good. We've got fantastic acts. So we're getting ready for that, amongst other things. But we're then going on tour, and the tour is really getting to roll, and it's taking in this year Germany. We're doing 2 big festivals in Germany. We're going to America in March, end of March, via the Caribbean. We're going to Colombia, to Cartagena, which is going to be fantastic, into the United States. We're there for about 5 weeks, where we will be playing all over the place, from New York, Florida to LA, Palm Springs. And then at the end of that, we're going to finish an album we started last year, which is like the roots of rock and roll, and a bit like going back to our beginning when I said we were into Elvis Presley and we went through the roots of Elvis into the blues and everything. It's a bit like that. It started with Elvis, and it's like the roots of rock and roll, where it first came from and what created it, like the black music, the white music, the blues and the hillbilly and everything, and how it came out. And then we go into summer, and we have Summertime Swing, which we've just talked just now to the person who's going to be one of the headline acts. Summertime Swing is a festival every year we put on for charity, a vintage festival in East Grinstead in Sussex, behind the manor, St Hill Manor, by the lake. It's beautiful. It's going to be lovely and sunny. We have all sorts of guests singing with us, and all the money is for charity. And we're going to have a guy who was famous in the 1950s. He was like the Elvis of England, if you like, which was Marty Wilde, who was the father of Kim Wilde. If you're younger, you'll know Kim Wilde. And he's going to be coming, and some other really special guests. And then it really just goes on from there. We have Gina Haley coming over, who is Bill Haley's daughter. And this year is the 70th anniversary of Rock Around the Clock, which Bill Haley, we did an album with her before COVID, and she's going to be releasing that. And we're going to be, and it's just, oh, it's amazing.
Wow.
And we're basically just going to make a lot of people very happy.
I've got to say, absolutely, there's high vibration there. I'm just like so hyped up just hearing about it. Have you got room for me? You know,
Absolutely.
I'll go in a little suitcase.
Come on tour.
I'll go on tour. Go on tour with the Jive Aces. Well, you heard it here. You heard it here on the Film and Music Show. And guess what, everyone? We have the Jive Aces starring on the Film and Music Show next week for part 2, because there is so much we need to talk about and they need to share with us all. I'm wondering if we have a quick look at the website to hear some of the music. I wonder if Megan can cue that up. Hopefully she can. If she can't, then I would just say to everyone, please do go on to jiveaces.com. And there you go. There you go. Oh, what a star. Megan's our producer for today. How fabulous. Swinging sound is
all around.
Me. Which is your original one? That's it.
La Dolce Vita.
La Dolce Vita.
No, that's not an original one.
That's very long.
Yeah. Do we have Dolce Vita?
Should be there.
It's on YouTube. I don't know if it's there somewhere in a playlist, but
There is the
maybe
Christmas one. Otherwise, further down. It's not really the season.
Okay, that's the beauty of live broadcast. Sometimes it works like this, but we definitely do have the Jive Aces for next Thursday for part 2, which is great because it means you can tune in and hear their music. So we are going to be closing, but just before we close, I'll be very, very quick. Ian, any message for humanity right now?
For humanity?
Yeah.
Let's unite. Let's work together, and love really does make the world go round.
Love it. Thank you, Ian. Alex, for humanity.
Sort it out.
More tea.
Sort it out.
More tea. Yeah. More tea and biscuits. That's what we need. More tea and biscuits.
Oh.
Less drugs and alcohol. Less drugs and alcohol, more tea and biscuits.
I love it.
Everybody dance.
Yeah, and Grazia, my question.
I say, I have a homework for everyone. You have to practice to be kind to another for one day.
Oh, we love that. We love that. So now we're going to be closing out. So Jive Aces, what are you going to do? What are you going to sing, do something? I don't know. What are you going to do?
I don't know. Well, what they can do is go to the video on our website and watch, or YouTube, and watch One San Valentino, which is our Valentine's thing, and download it if you want, if you like, for free, and keep it and give it to people. But you can watch the video. And but we can meanwhile go, when February comes around. Oh, I'm not singing. You need to, you should do it. But basically goes, Buon San Valentino. And that's basically Happy Valentine's Day in Italian. And it also tells you, it's educational, because it's based on what really happened to Valentine. And there's my Valentine down there.
Oh, grazia. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is that? Well, you're going to have to tell us more next week. So my name is Dr. Madalene Chan. Thank you for being with us on the Film and Music Show. Thank you to our sponsor, Audi K Barrier, who's in Kentucky. He sponsors the Film and Music Show. Yeah. And we will see the Jive Aces for next week's Film and Music Show, where we will go on for part 2. Thank you to Alex. Thank you to Ian. And thank you to Gracia. Thank you to Megan, our producer. And of course, Chief of Operations, Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, the CEO of USA Global TV and Radio. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USA-Global-TV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dies. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.